Okay, we're just going to do some work on the Mitrou Project. So this is Mitrou in the late Helladic. So some of you have already seen this. I don't know what all you have seen, but I've got a ton of people sort of standing around, walking around. Generally just, stuff going on. So we need to work on some of the paths, and we need to work on some of the other stuff. So that's what we're going to do today. Just real easy stuff. Not much in the way of commentary. Oh, actually, you know what I need to do? I need to fix... no, it's already fixed. Okay. Good. That's not fixed. Hello, Sabina. So that's not good. That road right there is sticking out. That I might have to actually fix in Blender, because I don't think I can push that down in this. I might be able to bring the ground up. Maybe? Let's see. You can't see that screen, but right now I'm gonna be doing some sculpting here. Let's see here. If I do this, well, yeah, I could bring it up. I mean, it's not perfect. Does it look really out of place? Yeah. Maybe if I can blend it a little bit better. Oop. Maybe smooth it? Do some smoothing. So we're just going to be working on the Mitrou Project, because I want to get some of this stuff done before I go into Greece. That should be good enough. I think that's good enough. Okay, so now we need to put some paths along here, but I would like to see, oops, where this person goes. Let's see here. Who are you? You are Racetrack 3. So that's where you go. So I need a path that follows that. What's my favorite kind of cheese? Oh God, I don't know. I don't really have a favorite kind of cheese. Yeah, I don't. Hell if I know. Okay. Let's get, you can't see this window, but I'm going to start my painting. We want paths. And I kind of wish I could just turn on. Okay, so that's your path. So we need to come like this. Okay. And come around here. Oop. And come up this way. Yes, is that correct? That is correct. Okay. And then your path... No, stop it. Thank you. And then your path comes this way. Comes like this. Probably about like that. Okay. Actually, I can... No, I can't turn the gizmos off, because if I turn the gizmos off, I can't see. Okay. We do like this. Alright, so that should be per loop, right? Close enough. Close enough. Let's turn the gizmos off. Let's see, we need that. Alright, oop, too far. Okay. Oh, I also need to get some grossness in here. There we go. That's perfect. Okay. Now, let's paint these paths a little bit skinnier here. They do not need to be so wide. Go. Can we get just a little bit wider, please? There we go. Something like that. Really need to narrow these down. Once I get the NPC paths taken care of, then we'll do some of the more standard paths through the settlement. That's not too bad. It's still a little wide. Can we do... Yeah, there we go. We are... How did I first find out about Mitrou? Oh boy. It was probably when I got to... Well, not really when I got to UTK. It was after I spoke with my advisor, and she sort of let me in on the project. Not the Mitrou Project, not what I'm doing here. But she sort of told me about what Mitrou was all about. And I thought about, okay, why is this? Let's go smaller. Ah, that's why. Hold on, let's turn gizmos back on. Okay, so they're really big polygons, and I bet this has really small... Yep, this has really small polygons. Okay, that's why this is so gross and big. Yeah. Okay. So let's go ahead... Oh, no. Let's go ahead and we are going to come through here and make this about as solid as we possibly can with sharp corners. There we go. And And then what we're going to do is then we're going to come through. Yeah, see, look how gross that is. And then we're going to come through and fix it. Like that. I'm using a different one than the actual paths, so I can see. Oops. So I can see it a little bit better. Stop. There we go. Okay, so that should be correct. Let's see. Pretty close. So actually it needs to be like that. And like that. And like this. Okay. Okay. Now let's do the actual. Well, no. Hold on. Let's do. Okay. So that should be everything. Let's fix this here. Once I get this all fixed, then I'll come through with the actual path here. Actually, I can just do the actual path now. It just doesn't show up as well. Okay. That. Yeah, that's... Oof. This is kind of rough. Okay. So this needs to be trimmed down a bit. Right here. Okay. Okay, I think that's good. All right, now let's actually come through with the real path block. Do this. Come along here. And then I'll come through with the grass texture and turn the opacity down a bit to get it to be a little skinnier. There we go. Okay. Do this. Let's turn. Well, I think can I do it with the brush rather than just the... hardness, maybe. I think I need to do a little less opacity. There we go. Yeah, like that. It sort of blends the edges in a little bit better without being too harsh. Let's turn the gizmos off so we can, there we go, so we can see it a little bit better. This path does not need to be that wide. It can even have a little bit of spots in it where it's really sort of not, or where the grass is kind of growing back, which I might do in some of the thicker areas like this. There we go. You'll see I did that with the middle Helatic portion. So I think that's good right there. See, these paths are way nicer because they have skinnier yeah, skinnier polygons. Okay, so I want to do something like this as well. Hello? Why aren't we? Okay. They also have really weird polygons too. I think if I were to do this again, I would go for, I don't know, probably something a little more... Oh. A little more, uniform with the polygons rather than how they ended up. Okay, so let's get some of these paths taken care of. So we need a path going to the beach where those boats are. So we're going to start from this house here, because it's the one that's sort of looking off that way. There we go. And we're going to kind of come down this way. And we're going to kind of come down this way. Just a single path going to the beach. Let's see, we'll come up this way. We'll also have him come this way too. I would like to have sort of like meeting areas around the trees here. So something like this, something that looks fairly well worn. People obviously... Oh, that house is too tall. Look at that sticking out of the ground. I come across stuff like that all the time. Things I just miss. Something like that. Maybe even something like that. What is all this? Oh, that's from, okay, that's from the middle Helatic. I reused the shaders from the middle Helatic, and so that got a little messy. Okay, so let's try her path again. Well, let's turn on all of them, shall we? Alright. Okay. So I need... Oh, hello JP Cool Dude. Well, thank you. I'm glad you like the videos. I like making them. Okay, so we need to go basically from here to the well. I'm going to surround the well as well. So here, just straight to the well, and we need to surround the well. There we go. Let's grab the racetracks again. This one? Yeah, that one. Okay. All right, so I need to kind of go like this. Let's see how that looks. Almost. I need to come down a little bit. So I need to be like here. Let's turn off the gizmos real quick. Okay, need to come down a little lower. And then it needs to come around here. I also need to have paths that go around that. Throw some dirt in there. Okay. Turn the gizmos back on. Click this guy off just a little bit. So I need to come like this. Okay. Try it again. All right, not bad, not bad. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's clean it up. Let's turn the gizmos back off. Let's clean it up. Not too much, because this is going to be a well-worn path to the to the well here. By the way, there is actually a well, or not a well, but like a spring, a freshwater spring right here. It's currently underwater in the real world. But yeah, I thought that was kind of neat. What is going on? Okay. Why is everything all whacked out? Oops. Everything here is all like messed up for some reason. There we go. Weird. Okay. So now I need to paint on this path. What's going on here? Oh, start painting. Thank you. What is going on here? Oh, I'm not on. No. I want main island. Thank you. So I need to bring this. Oh, a little too much. Little too much. Let's bring that back down just a tiny bit. Yeah, see, the main island has better paths because it's got smaller polygons. Which is a shame. Oh, what's going on here? I need you to be like that. Actually, we can kind of do something like that. Oh, this house is up too high as well. Look at that. What the? So there's something weird that keeps happening with my file. Every time I copy it over, it gets all weird. And I was talking with a guy who used to work for Unity, actually, as a matter of fact, which is really wild. He's here locally in Knoxville, and I asked him about that. I said, you know, every time I copy my file over, little things get messed up. Like there used to be a fence gate or something like floating out here, which is really wild. And when I asked about it, he said, yeah, that sometimes happens when you do that because the library of your assets sometimes doesn't save certain things, I guess. I'm not really sure exactly how it works. And so what ends up happening is it just sort of like puts things where it thinks they need to go. and then you're stuck with this really weird sort of thing that keeps happening like that. Okay. Let's scroll down to Not 5, not 6. 3? There we go. Okay. Alright, so I need to kind of cut along through here. Alright, so from here, kind of curve. Oh, that one's an easy one. And then let's go back down. Racetrack 4? No, racetrack 3. Go. And then I need to come across here. Okay. That should be fairly easy. There we go. And I think there's one that comes this way too. Alright. So that should be racetrack 3. Yes. Though that needs to be cut right there. Okay, there we go. Alright, racetrack 3. Good. Okay, so now I need to come across here. I kind of wish I could turn on... Well, can I? Can I do... Hold on. Does this work if I do this? Oh, it does. Okay. I don't know why I didn't... Oh, because it won't let me paint because I have 2 of them selected. That's why. Okay. Well, I thought that was a good idea. It apparently was not. Come along here, like that. Let's check it again. Okay, that's good. I need to come along this section here and along through the back here. So it needs to be like this. And it needs to come along here, like that. Okay. I'm not going to be doing much in the way of talking today, just trying to get some of this stuff done, so, you know, this might be a little boring for some of you. Okay, is that all of racetrack 3? Yes, okay, what about racetrack 1? Racetrack 1... Yeah, right here. Okay. Racetrack 1, good enough. I could do a little like right here and a little right here. And actually I want to kind of, there we go. Okay. It's racetrack 1 done. Let's see here. Yes. This spot is not that good. So we need to bring it along here and then come this way. Oh, oh. I need to do like that. There we go. A little half meter. Okay. Ooh. And that should be about like that too. Okay. All right. Let's see here. So racetrack 1, that should be all of racetrack 1. So I've also been thinking about games, right? And I've been thinking about like sort of how I play Minecraft in the regular, you know, time when I enjoy, when I play it for enjoyment well, I mean, I enjoy making videos too, but I mean, like, when I make videos, you know, there's a very specific sort of task that I'm trying to accomplish. And I was thinking, you know, one of the things that I like to do in Minecraft is explore, because I really like the world generation that happens. And I thought, you know, I've got this whole Unity thing going. I oughta like see how hard it is to do procedurally generated worlds, kind of like how they do in Minecraft or in some other games like No Man's Sky and stuff like that. And you know, if it's not too labor intensive, I ought to see about sort of just making a game for myself, maybe for other people too, I don't know, that just like generates random terrain for you to explore. You just walk around and explore it. I don't know if anybody else would be interested in something like that, but I would love something like that, where it's literally just an exploration game. And there's all kinds of like crazy world generation. I don't know. Is that something other people would be interested in? Is that something you would be interested in? You watching this right now? I feel like it's a very niche sort of thing. But I don't know, maybe other people are like me. This needs to be a little bit more to the inside there. There we go. Okay. I'll do a Greek archaeology exam in university in June. Oh, that's cool. What, if you don't mind telling me, like what does that involve, a Greek archaeology exam? What, like what is that? Is it just the art and archaeology? Is it like specific information? Does it cover all the time periods? All right, I need to skinny this one up a bit. Yeah, oh, a little too much there. Went a little overboard. Can we turn the opacity down just a little bit? There we go. And this needs to be skinnied up a lot. Yeah, so I'm kind of curious what that entails. What a Greek archaeology exam entails. By the way, I went to trivia. I was invited to trivia last night, which I told him, I was like, I don't know how much help I'm gonna be, you know, because I have a very niche, you know, set of knowledge, and one of the questions, like the last question of the night, was like, it was about army forts, and you were supposed to name the state that the army fort was in, and he named off a bunch of different ones, and one of them was Fort Carson. And funny enough, I was like, I wonder if that's named after Kit Carson, just as sort of an aside. And I was like, because if so, I wonder if that's Colorado. And so nobody knew the answer in the team. So they're like, well, that's better than nothing. So we're just going to put that. And it was, it was Colorado, and it was named after Kit Carson. So I thought that was kind of funny. I was like, oh, well, I actually did have something to contribute. So I thought that was pretty funny. There we go. Do something like that. There we are. We could even do something like, ooh, like that. But I want to maybe skinny that up a bit. There we go. Yeah, just a little bit of dirt. All right. Alright, so how are we doing so far? This is looking good. I need every door to have a path. That's one thing that is very important. Oh, okay. I'll basically have to explain the art, architecture, how people lived back then, and I'll also have to explain a bit of the different dialects the ancient Greeks spoke, and also their pantheon of gods. Okay. That's not bad. That's not bad. I feel like that's something I'd probably do pretty good in. Yeah, I think that's something I'd probably do actually fairly well in. Though, as I've come to find out, my ancient Greek that I speak, like in my videos and stuff, is sort of a blend of a couple different sort of schools of thought on ancient Greek, which I thought was interesting. That was how it ended up being. So, yeah. All right. This one needs to be thickened up a bit. This one needs to be thickened up a bit. A lot of these ones that are really skinny are holdovers from the middle Helladic. So are you going to have to, I mean, architecture, right? I'm assuming then this class is, or the exam is focused mostly on sort of the classical Greek stuff, because I mean, unless you're going to have to talk about Bronze Age Greece and its architecture. Oh, there we go. We need a little bit of a path going here. You know, like Cyclopean masonry, ashlar masonry, or is it like sanctuaries and temples and stuff like that? I need to do this here. So there's definitely a path that, whoops, that cuts through there. Okay, let's go ahead, and I think this is what? This is racetrack 4. Close enough. Okay. All right, so I just need to come here. Okay, racetrack 4. And the Pantheon of Gods that's easy stuff. I'm actually going to be a teacher's assistant in a mythology class coming up next semester. So that's going to be interesting. Actually changing it up. No longer in the classical civilizations class that I've been doing, which is a bit of a relief, because that one was rough. It was a 201. It's now going to be a 101, and the students were. I had a lot of really good students, and I also had a lot of really bad students. Which I suspect is just something you can't really, get away from. Oh, and I want to, let's turn the gizmos off here. I want to get, again, a bunch of, like, area around the tree. It looks like people have been sort of gathering. sort of hanging out. There we go. Also, let's see here. We want something like that. Maybe something like this. This guy's got to have a whole bunch of like dirt area that he's eaten all the grass from. There we go. There we go. And these two, maybe they want to talk. And maybe we have something like this coming through here as well. I try to move real fast so that it sort of gets really sort of spotty in spots, so that the paths look a little less worn, but still obviously used. Okay, so that looks pretty good. All right. Turn the gizmos back on. Okay, so 4, I think we're good, right? On the main island part. Yes, 4 we're good. What about, and 5? 5. Yeah, it's good enough. About 6. 6 is... No. Okay, so we need to do... Go right through here. Okay. Okay, there we go. Ah, right through here. Oops, racetrack, 6 NPCs. Okay. All right, okay, so right through here is... Oh, wow, you have this whole chunk right here. Okay. So we need to come like this. And then we need to come in like this. We're also going to make this almost like a little bit of a meeting area too. So it looks like people have been sort of standing around by the walls. Okay, there we go. All right, let's check it. Good enough. Good enough. Okay. The kids, we don't really need their path taken care of. So then the rest is just going to be getting some of these paths sort of figured out here. Okay. So this needs to have a bit of a path coming this way. Yep. And then like that. This needs to have a path going towards the garden. Okay, yep, something like that. Okay, that looks good. All right, you need to have some paths coming this way. You also need to have some around your door. This one needs to have stuff like this, sort of sprinkled through it. Oop. Definitely in like the corners too. There we go. Like that. Alright, so far so good. I don't know what this is all about. Let's get rid of that. Same with this weird little offshoot. There we go. And this little offshoot here. Oh, I almost forgot. Yeah, these doors here are too small. And I don't know why. Go ahead. Okay, we can stop doing that. I don't know why I missed that. They're like really, really small. Bring this out here. Oh, I can only go so far. That's okay. I can cheat a little bit. Ooh, about like that. And then what I do is I bring this out just a tiny, tiny bit. I can bring that up. Okay, so now I can make the door however big I want. It needs to be tall. So let's bring in a cube. Come here, cube. Okay. Yeah, so this cube here is 1 meter. It's a 1 meter cube. And this door needs to be like significantly taller. So let's bring this cube to a height of 2. So that's 6 foot. See? Yeah, that door needs to be way taller. Let's bring it up to 2.5. 2.5 might be a little too tall. Let's just keep it at 2. Yeah, because if I watch, if I turn it on and have this guy walk by, he doesn't even like, he'd have to duck to get in here. We don't want that. We don't want that at all. So we want this to be like that. Yeah, like that. Okay. Same thing with the door. We're going to bring the door up. And can I just make, oh, I can just pull this over just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit more. There we go. Okay, well, we'll just pull this over just a tiny bit. There we go. Or, wait, what am I doing? I can just... There, I can just do that. I don't know why I was stressing over it. See, that's a much better door. Here, let's move this out of the way real quick. Let me hit play. Let's see what it looks like when this guy walks by. Because I think, yeah, these doors are way too small. Or way too short, I should say. They are exactly where they need to be. They're just short. Okay, here he comes. Here he comes. So first door. Yeah, look at that. I mean, he looks like a giant walking by him. Oh, he'd probably still have to duck for that one. Oh my god. Okay. Wait, how tall is this asshole? Excuse me, sir, how tall are you? Ah, thank you. He was like, he was something like 6'1" for some reason. Okay, let's try this again. I mean, he's still a little too tall, but it's okay. Actually, we'll slap the cube right here real quick before he walks by. Because the cube is 6 foot tall. And the Mycenaeans, the elites, were somewhere between like, I don't know, 5'9" and 6 foot. Some of, I mean, I think we've got a 6 foot tall Mycenaean skeleton. I think somewhere. All right, yeah. Much better. Okay. What? Okay, thank you. All right, let's actually. Yeah, let's now move this up as well, about like that. We'll move this up. This up. This is still skinny door because this is most likely like a servant's entrance. And I need to make this like that, and for some reason we're at a weird angle. No. Is it this one? Yeah, this one. There we go. Okay, so now I just need to figure out why this angle is weird. Okay. That looks good. Let's go ahead and move this. Nope. Nope. There we go. Out just a tiny bit. Maybe not that much. Maybe. Okay, whatever. Let's move these out just a tiny bit. Go. There we go. Okay. There we have it. Okay, so actually this needs to be brought down just a tiny bit as well. A little bit shorter. Okay, and then this one needs to be brought up. These need to be brought up. So this is how we're cheating with with these doors. With these doorways. Okay, you as well, for some reason, are... Okay, looks good, looks good. Let's make it skinnier. Okay. We're gonna bring this... Oh, we can just do like that. Same here. There we go. There we go. That's not bad. And then this needs to be... Same thing needs to be brought up. Yeah, I don't know why I messed up these doors. But we happened to notice that the other day. My advisor had me check the doors, and I was like, what? No, the doors are fine. And then when we checked, the doors were in fact not fine. So yeah, I don't really know exactly what happened there. There we go. Much better. And of course, this door... Let's scooch you over real quick. I want to see... Oh, see, that door's fine. It could be a little taller. Like there. Whoops. Go back to where you were. Thank you. Okay, this, yeah, this could be a little taller. Also, why are we at such a... Well, it's fine. It seems like it's at like a weird angle, doesn't it? I don't know. Maybe it's... Oh. Oh. Okay, we'll just do that. We'll just scale it. Okay. There we go. Yeah, I don't know why I screwed those doors up. Very odd. Very, very odd. Okay. These doors, I mean, they're commoners' buildings, so they're all going to be real short anyways. All right, let's check some of these buildings, make sure they are at the proper height. They aren't too tall. So far, so good. Okay. All right. I'll probably spend a good while walking around in the simulation to make sure that all these houses are at the right height. But so far, what is up with this? Oh. Why did I use that texture? That's a real shit texture. No. We need to make this. There we go. All right. So far, this one's too tall. You can see that the threshold is showing, which is, I mean, probably fine, but see, this one is way too tall. Also, what's up with that peak? And that overhang, good lord, why? Some of these overhangs are crazy. I need to fix that. I definitely need to fix that. Looks like I'll be hopping in Blender at some point today to fix that. Because these overhangs are extreme. So far, so good. How are these looking? Good, good. There's a lot of things I would do differently if I had to do this all over again. Like, I would probably hand sculpt the island. I'd bring in... What the hell is going on here? Look at that. Look at that. That's like super amateur hour right there. Okay, do this, and then we scale it up. Thank you. Okay. Okay, this one is way too tall. Yeah, I think what I would do is I would import the photogrammetry mesh, and then I would overlay a terrain, or not a terrain, a grid, a very high resolution grid. Oof, this one. This one's really bad too. And then I would use the sculpt tools to bring up portions of it and drop portions of it and stuff like that to match the ancient terrain. That's how I would probably do it again. Because right now all of the polygons are very, I mean, they're all funky. Wow, all three of these. Look at that. All three houses are too tall. Yeah, because all the polygons are like oddly shaped now. They're too big. Some are too small. I think a more even spread is better. And I wish there was. I mean, there might be a way. There might be a way for me to export the island into Blender, and then tell Blender to sort of like average out the polygons or whatever. Maybe, I don't know. Okay, that's good. Let's fix this. This looks like shit. Let's go ahead and throw up the painter here. Okay, so this is the cemetery here. So we do want people, like we do want paths in here, but some of these paths, they need to be a little less, yeah, a little less solid. Okay, that's good so far. Let's go ahead and do this. We're going to bring down the opacity to 0.2 and the hardness to 0.2. And we're just going to kind of bring in... Oof. Okay, we're going to bring it down to 0.1. We're going to bring this one down to 0.1. There we go. That's better. That's better. And I'll just clean up some of these paths. So you want some of these paths to be sort of like, yeah, like you can tell that they've been walked, but nothing like obvious. And then the tumulus here maybe gets a little more love. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so let's go in here and fix some of this here. Ooh, yeah, like that. That looks great. Look at that. See, it looks walked, but nothing that's like crazy, right? So, all right. Now this portion here, we need to clean this up as well. So actually what we're going to do is we're going to make this super big, and we're just going to, yeah, just do that. Okay, there we go. Same here. Maybe not that big. Maybe something like this. Okay. Okay. And then in here, well, nobody's going to see the inside of that. Okay. So the premise we're working off of is that this field here is used by the elites. Maybe for training purposes, I don't know. And we also want, all right, I'm going to bump this back up to 0.5 and this back up to 0.5 because we want to put some trails in here like that. Kind of coming along here. Come along there. Yeah. About like that. Okay. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and I just want to sort of like get a little crazy with it like that. There we go. Looks good. Okay. You're looking at that and you're like, wow, okay. Yeah, it is what it is. So we're going to do this. We're going to put it around that. Where's the gate? To this pen. Do I not have a gate for this pen? Okay. I don't have a gate for the pen. That's okay. That's okay. I also want some of this to be sort of dirt. We want this to be cut down. I want that to be cut down. Okay. And I want there to be a path running along here. And a little more solid right along. Whoop, a little more solid right along here. Okay. Yeah, because there's a path coming up from the beach. And we want that to be a little bit skinnier. There we go. And a little bit like that. All right. Looking good. Looking good. Okay, so this does have... Okay, so I put a gate here. All right. Then we need paths coming down from this. Yeah, pretty wide path, because this is what they're using to... bring goods in. Oh, so this one... Oh, what is going on here? Let's go ahead and bring the beach up. Wait, what? Why? Hold on. What's going on with the beach? Trail, beach. Contrast. Why is it up at 4? Saturate. Okay. Metallic 0. Smoothness 0. Why is it so dark? I guess we can bring the... Well, here. Let's do this real quick. Let's bring the brightness up. Ugh. Okay. Let's not do that. Yeah, let's just, yeah, we'll get rid of that. Okay. Okay, so far the paths look good. We do need this path to be brought in a bit. Why is the ground all gross right here? Look at this. Look at how weird and like hilly it is. Okay, well maybe we can... Let's go ahead and bring that all the way up. We're going to smooth. Oh God, this is going to take forever. Why is it taking forever? This smooth brush is not very good. Can I just turn the strength up to like 50? No. I just need this smoothed out. I'll be here for like an hour doing this. Look at how slow it's going. It's all choppy and... Ugh. Which is weird because the pull and the push like moves things so fast. But this smooth? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll be there for half an hour. We're not going to do that. Okay. Let's go back to paint. Let's click on this. Let's check. Oh, 7 a.m. for you. Wow. So you must be West Coast. That's pretty good. Okay. All right. Everything looks pretty good so far. Now we need to paint this. So same thing. We're gonna go back to doing. Whoops. There we go. I think what was this? This was racetrack 4. Yeah, racetrack 4. Yep, to the west coast. All right, yeah. All right, so so it basically needs to come up this way and around. So it needs to, oh, too big. 0.5, thank you. Still too big. Well, it doesn't matter because it's only the one. Well, let's see here. 0.1? Yeah, it doesn't matter. 0.5. Okay. So it needs to come up and around. Oh, there we go. Racetrack 4. All right. So then it needs to start here. Come up. That. Okay. Oh, hey, I actually drew this in. I just got to follow that. How much you want to bet? It's this line right here. Did I actually do something right this time around in this thing? No. Okay. It was close. I mean, it's there right here. But let's see. So it comes off this way and it comes around like that. No way. No way that that's right. Oh, look at that. Genius confirmed. Or maybe I was just thinking ahead for some reason. I don't know how I did it, but I must have been thinking ahead. Okay, let's get this to be... Alright, we need to bring you back up. Because now we're doing detail work. Why is this not moving? Oh. Because it's... Look at the size of that. See, that's what I'm talking about with the polygons. Too many polygons are like weirdly shaped. So yeah, if I were to do this again, I would definitely go about changing up these polygon sizes. I mean, look at that. That's absurd. Okay, so that's good. Let's look at what are we doing here? Racetrack 5. Okay. So racetrack 5 comes along here and then comes down. Yep. Okay, and then kind of comes across here. Okay. And then comes along here. Oof, this one's going to be a rough one. Kind of like that. Kind of comes along here. Maybe? Yep. Okay. And then comes along here. Okay, comes along here. here. And let's turn those off, and then it comes along. Not that. This one, please. Thank you. Okay. Okay, let's go back to this and clean it up a bit. This one is not as well used because it's only the one guy walking it. Yep. This can be a little more. There we go. Okay. Good enough. Good enough. And then, yeah, and then these all come down here. Okay, I think that's good. And so, was that it? That was Racetrack 5? Racetrack 5, Racetrack 6 we already did. Okay, so we're good. We're good on all the racetracks. Okay, so with that being said, now we need to do some other small housekeeping items, like bringing these boats actually out to, you know, the shore. Yep. Oh, too far. Okay. There we go. So we're going to bring you back up this way. We're going to rotate you. Oops. Blah, blah, blah. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, 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 nope. Nope. Which one is it? X? Okay, so it's X. We're going to bring you up. Bring you up some more. Rotate you down a little more. There we go. And you can have a little bit of dirt in your hull. Yes. What is this all about? Oh, no. Okay, let's try this again. I actually accidentally grabbed. See, I hate it when it does that. It needs to grab the whole boat. There we go. Now we can, yeah, see, there was a reason why I put the floors in here. Put the floors in here to cover up the fact that, you know, the ground clips through. Okay, so that's good. Okay, so that boat's good. Let's go over to this boat. Okay. Same thing. So X rotation, about like that. Let's bring you up. And this you can have some dirt in. It's not used as much. A little bit of dirt. Okay. The other boats I think are good. I think these guys here are good because I already done those. But let's double check. Nope. Okay. So that one was hovering just a little bit. Okay, so we do that. And we do that. And a little bit more. There we go. Okay, and what about this one? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. And then we got to work on the terrain a bit because the terrain's all messed up. Okay, there we go. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about, it's this right here. Look at that. It's floating. So for that, what we're going to do is we are going to start pushing things down. But first, I need to take this and push that down and rotate it. Nope. Nope, wait. There we go, about like that. Still sleepy, just check Discord. What is suckas? So that's what Mr. T used to call people. So it was me being funny. Surprise stream, suckers. Get it? Push. And I keep getting people who want me to do their games on my channel. I'm not interested. I tell them I'm not interested. And then they wait like a month and then hit me up again. Even after I tell them, like, look, I'm an archaeology channel. I'm not interested in your medieval fantasy stuff. Okay, this collider is messing with the... there we go. Okay. Oop. Push. Gotta be kidding me. Oh, you know what I can do? I can just... Hold on. I can just... Oh, now I can click on here and you won't click on... There we go. Okay. I can just turn that off. Aha, there we go. So now it won't get in my way. Okay, I think the edge has been properly... Yes. Now, if you're wondering why the color is different, there's like a weird shine to this and versus the extension. That's a great question. I'm not really sure how that happened. But Ever the Optimist, my advisor, said, oh, well, that just means that you get to see what is hypothetical and what is current. So it's like, sure. Yeah, that works. So yeah, I thought it was pretty funny. It's like, well, all right, we're just taking a weird sort of glitch on the system there, and we're just running with it. Okay, where did those rocks go? Oh no, where are those rocks? Ah, here they are. There we go. Okay, so let's... Actually... let's do that, and then let's bring this down a bit. There we go. About like that. And let's just tilt it just a tiny bit. And bring it down some more. And tilt it just a tiny bit. I just need that edge. There we go. Okay. Is that edge sticking up? Yes it is. Okay, so we can bring that down just a hair more. Almost there, almost there. There we go. Okay. Oh, well. I mean, it is what it is. Okay. Now this... Yeah, see, I need to bring... See, I got these weird gaps here. So I either need to bring this mesh somehow down, which is not going to happen. I can push, but it's only going to push it inwards rather than down. Right? Hold on. Let's try that. Yeah, see, it pushes it inwards. It doesn't push it down. Okay, so what I need to do instead is either cover that up with rocks, which I can do. I can just do that, and then bring this in and have that covered up. Actually, that covers that up really well. It does look a little There we go. Oh man, that covers that up really well. You wouldn't be able to tell. But if I do this, that's even better. There we go. Can we... So there's a little less... There we go. A little less rocks. Like that. There we go. Ah, that... Look, see? Sneaky, sneaky. That's how we cover up... Well, we didn't cover that up. That's fun. Okay. Do I have just like a single rock? I do. The Namaqualand boulder. Okay. All right. And how many... Well, here, let's pull it in and see how many polygons. Oh, that's a tiny little rock. I guess I can blow it up. Can we make that bigger? I need to make that bigger. Let's go like... There we go. That's not so bad. How many polygons do you have? Holy... No, absolutely not. That's more polygons than the entire simulation. What is this one? Coastland rocks. No, already using that. Sand rocks. Okay, what about these guys? Why are you so polygon heavy? Okay, so there's like okay, hold on. Let's see. Yeah, you guys are like polygon heavy like crazy. You don't even have a... Oh my god. They don't even have like a level of detail. Oh, you thought suckers might be Greek? Yeah, no. What is this? Okay. You know what? How many triangles is LOD 3? I can't see what that says. Oh my god, it's 135,000. Why are there so many? Okay, I need to get rid of these things. These are things that I need to get rid of from my assets. Because there's no reason to have them. I'm not going to ever use them. I thought I had... Okay, what is this? Prefabs. Okay. Let's pull this out here. I know it's oh, see, that's not bad. That's not bad. Okay, let's go to textures. Oh, wait. 3D models. Okay. Let's pull that in here. But where's the textures? Okay, well, we'll just, no, we need to do universal render pipeline, complex lit. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Okay. Let's do textures. Why do you not have... No, 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 no. So this needs to go into the base map. There we go. Oh, damn it. You're covered in garbage. Well, that's useless. I downloaded this thing specifically for rocks and plants. But it's looking like if the rocks are going to have stuff written all over them, there's no point there. High quality rocks. What do we got here? Okay. Let's pull in Rock 1 version 2. But that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Okay, I'm liking this. So let's go ahead and do Universal Render Pipeline, Complex Lit. We're gonna go to HQ Rocks, grab the textures. This is Rock 1v2. Oops, I did it again. I shouldn't have done that. Oh, wait. Nope, shouldn't have done that. Okay, because this has the normal face. Yeah, see, it's got normal face. So then let's go to textures, and let's add this one. See how that looks. Okay, let's add this one. See how that looks. Okay, let's add this one. That blends in a little bit better. Okay. See, what I'm doing is I'm like finding random assets, and then I am just downloading them. When they have something that seems like it would work. All right, so we're just going to cover up that hole right there. Like that. You're a little too detailed compared to the other guys. So let's turn your smoothness down. Let's turn your normal map. Can we do like 0.5? Okay, whatever. See, these guys are super smooth for some reason. Why do you have a script on you? You don't need a script. Get out of here. Ah, there we go. That looks a little better. It looks a little funky. What about 2? Nope. How about 3? Nope. 5. I guess 5. 5 will do it. What happens if I... Here we go. What happens if I grab this and put it onto these guys? Oh. Oh! It makes it all look fairly uniform. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, it looks like all the same... What the heck, did you see that? Something popped up right over there. I don't know what that was all about. And it makes it all look like the same bunch of rocks. Yeah, what is that? Oh, you're still there. There we go. Alright, so that's all covered up. All the holes are covered up at the cliffs. And these rocks now all look the same. Like they all came from the same stuff, which is good, which is good. I like the way that looks. Okay. So that looks good. Okay, so we were able to fix this terrain on this side. And I need to fix the terrain then on this side, because we have some of the same stuff, don't we? Yeah, right there. But this one, I don't need to cover up with rocks. I actually am going to just, oops. Nope, nope, nope. This I'm just going to, sculpt it. Let's see here. And I want these, there we go. So I'm just going to bring up this terrain. Not that terrain. I want the beach terrain. Am I not on the... I am on the beach terrain. Okay. Oh, and... Why is this all fucking weird? Why are we weird? Why won't any of this... Okay, so this does raise up. But it raises up at a different rate than the other one. Like, that's not even moving. These are moving. Oh, what the fuck is going on here? And now these won't move at all. What? Whatever, that's fine. That's fine. It's fine. Okay. Oh, you know what I've just realized? We actually do need to paint... We need to paint a trail coming up this side here. Well, coming off of this, first and foremost. Yeah, there we go. And then we also need to paint a trail coming up this way. To the... to the cemetery. What the fuck? Why won't you paint? Okay, what the fuck is going on? Where are my roads at? Red roads. Roads. Road 2? Thank you. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Why? What is... Oh, because... Then you get weird stuff like that. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. Turn road 2 back on. That's fine. Okay. Alright, and we're going to add sort of like a little hangout area right here. And a little hangout area here. If the ancient Greeks smoked, these would be like the smoking areas. Okay. And then here we go. We're going to bring this along here. And this along here. Okay, so this is a fairly well used... Oh. Aha. This person needs that. Same here. There we go. There. Well used settlement. All right, let's go ahead and go around the edges here and make sure that all the edges are fine. This I'm not even gonna look at anymore because it pisses me off. Okay, so far so good, and we're getting into the realm of invisible wall territory, so we don't have to worry about that. By the way, this is how I'm covering up the edges of the map. So I got these reeds here. So from all the way over here, when you turn around and look, Here, I'll turn off. The sun is so bright. See, it looks like there's just like a wall of reeds. And then if you're over here, it looks like there's just like this forest of trees with grass back in there. If I come back in here, there's the grass. So it's just like long lines of grass that I just added. So yeah, pretty sneaky. Same thing here. I got all the reeds. And from a distance, they look, well, they look like just a field of reeds. So if I turn around and look, see? And then you got grass growing that way. So yeah, that's what I did there. I thought it was pretty sneaky. Oh, I need to do the path here going off. Wait, we're coming this way. Yeah, coming this way. And this is the path that people take via chariot. Why is it? Yeah, because these polygons are fucking weird. Okay. Yeah. As long as it looks like a continuous path. That's really what's important. So let's come over here. Let's stand right here. Turn this back on. Yeah, and it goes off that way. Perfect. And it keeps going. So we should do something like this, and then it eventually disappears behind the trees. Yeah. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. I think that's it. I think that's done. There is something weird that is happening right here. For some reason, this will not paint. I can't paint right there. I can paint all around it, but I can't paint right there. So I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to turn that on. We're going to push. It won't even let me. Okay. Oh, right there. We're going to push this down. Oh. Once we get it low enough, there we go. And then we're going to take, what is this? This is the, there we go. Oh, it won't even let me, what is going on? Why won't it let me paint right there? That drives me insane. Oh, now I don't get why I can't paint. Right here. Right here. Like if I want to do that, like the biggest chunk of trail ever, but see, the moment I get close to the road, it won't do it. Now if I turn off, here's the other crazy thing. I've tried this before too, right? So this is road 1 lower, right? So I turn that off. And then even if I do like lower east and west wall, right? Okay, so I turn them off. Come back here. Still can't paint. For whatever reason. Turn this guy on. He's got a sphere collider. Let's turn that off. Because he's the guide. So when you walk up to him, you interact with him. Oh, that's what it was? Oh my god. That is so obnoxious. It was his sphere collider that was keeping me from painting. That is stupid. That's the stupidest thing I've ever... Whatever. That's so dumb. Okay, let's turn your sphere collider back on. Fucker. God, that's annoying. That is really annoying. Okay, actually no, let's turn your sphere collider back off because I need to paint a path. I can't believe that. That is insane. All right. And then here. Oh. What? Ugh. Oh, this looks terrible. I really wish I knew why these two shaders don't mix. I don't understand. Is that a seam? Okay, no, that's fine. That's fine. Everything is fine. Okay. All right. There we have it. There's a late Helladic one. Let's go ahead and we're gonna bake. Yes. This one, bake. Yes. Beach. I did not paint, so we're good there. So that's good. We're gonna save. And we're gonna take a break. Let me turn this on. There we go. Oh. A little bit. Oh. We're gonna. There we go. A little bit wider. A little bit wider. Okay. I'm gonna get a drink, and we're gonna come right back to this in a couple minutes. Well, I'm glad I turned off the microphone for that because I totally just dropped a bunch of shit. It was a very loud crash. Yes, surprise stream. That's right. It is 11 a.m. So, well, just short of 11 a.m. So yes, you are correct. I'm on East Coast. Okay, so let's get back to Mitrou. All right. So here we are. We just finished up all of those trails. I would really like to be able to paint the trails right here. Okay, so hold on. So what is this? Okay. So can I... Hold on. We might just paint one more thing real quick here. I think we can... Okay. Why... Oh, whoops, there we go. Okay. Oh, it's got some sort of weird... Okay, so we'll just do that real quick. And then this one... Okay, so what is right here? What is this? Seabed. No, I don't want seabed. I'm trying to... Okay, so let's start turning things off. Well, first off, beach fix 1. We need to get rid of that. Beach fix 2, let's turn that off. Okay. So what... Oh, God, look at this terrain. This is hideous. Can I... smooth this... the smooth feature on this tool is terrible. Look at how slow it goes. Okay. That ain't gonna work. Alright, so let's see here. I can paint trails. So let's go ahead and paint these... Paint this whole thing here. We want this to kind of come up. So, okay, so there we go. So we got all the trails here. Okay. All right. So now let's turn off the main island. Turn back on the beach fix. Okay. Let's turn off... Let's turn off the terrain fix that I did. So wait a second. So I've got... Okay, so I've got the tumuli fields here. Okay. So what is this? This is beach fix. So why is it that I cannot paint? Oh, I can paint. So what the hell was going on before? Okay, hold on. Now let's turn on the main island. So what is that? That is this. Okay, so let's just slap this on. Let's get this all taken care of right here. What's going on here? Ah, we've got... Okay, I can paint this. I want to just paint the whole thing. There we go. Just do that. We're going to say, screw it, paint the whole thing. Okay. Now, let's turn on the island, see what it looks like. Oops. Like garbage. It looks like garbage. I think we're just going to be stuck with it looking like garbage. You're starting to think that I was trying to adjust for Greek time? No, I should probably start trying to adjust for Greek time, though. Because you guys are, what, 7 hours ahead of me, I think. So right now it should be, what, like 6 p.m. your time? Oh, yeah, it's 6 p.m. I should just look through the chats here. Yeah. It's commitment. Yeah. This sucks. This whole thing here sucks. Look at this garbage terrain. Okay, hold on. Before we move on to Middle Attic, let me see if there is a way to fix some of this terrain. No. How about smooth? No, smooth ain't gonna do shit. Okay, we need to push. Okay. Oop. See? Look at all this. Okay, let's go even smaller. Let's go 0.1. So I'm just going to grab each individual... No, okay, maybe not 0.1. Maybe, how about 0.25? I'm going to grab each individual vertex here. We're going to push this down. Actually, we're going to push all of these down. We're going to push that down. That one down. That one down. This one down. This one down. Now we're going to pull some of these up. So we're going to pull some of these up here. Okay. This is painfully slow, but I mean, it'll do the trick. Okay. Okay, I think this is like this level of detail that I'm doing here is probably saved for like alone time where I can just throw some headphones on and just do this for hours. So, oh, let's turn that cube off. There we go. Okay, so late Attic 1, done for now. Main island, bake to asset, yes. Beach fix, bake to asset, yes. Okay. Good to go. Good to go. Let's go to the Middle Attic. So we're going to go over here to scenes, Middle Attic. There we go. All right, so this is the Middle Attic, and it is in really rough shape. So you can see the difference between the Middle Attic and Late Attic. One, that there is no elite buildings. There is no cemetery. In fact, cemeteries are in the ruins of houses. So yeah, we have a lot of work to do with Middle Attic. A lot of work. And I just noticed that this wall is clipping through that roof. Okay, so I'll have to fix that at some point. So I think first thing I need to do is fix this god-awful terrain. I mean, look at that. Thankfully, the push feature on the Real Blend is actually pretty decent. So let's push. We're going to crank this up. We're going to crank that up. Oh, you can't see that window. Sorry. Okay. Let's also crank up. There we go. It's the size of the dots. Yeah. And we're just going to push. We're going to push all this down. to blend it in better. There we go. Push, push, push. We're just going to bring it all down. Okay, there we go. Nope. Yeah, I caught you. Okay. Okay, so that's good. I think we still have some of the holes. What is that? Oh, okay, well, hold on. Let me... There we go. Okay. Oops, still there. There we go. Okay. Do I still have some of the holes along the... Nope, I don't. Okay, we're good there. Oh, nope, we do have some of the holes still. It's fine. That's not so bad. Okay, so we still have the rocks. We're good there. What is going on here? Nope, nope, nope. Come on. Come on. Get out of there. You just look weird. I don't want you to look weird. And there we go. Okay. Alright, that's good, that's good. Okay, so I think I've got a little bit of issues here. I got a lot of issues here. Okay. So let's push all this down. Because we don't need this out here. Actually, let's go ahead and crank that size up while we're at it. And just go full on nuclear option here. Actually, while we're thinking about it, let's go ahead and turn off the mesh collider on the beach. There we go. So I can just do this without worrying about it. Okay, so far so good. Yeah, looking good. All right. Hold up. Hold up. Something looks a little off. Something looks a little off. You guys are in the ground. You guys are in the ground. What is going on here? You're on the ground, okay. Huh. Ah! Look at this. Something is wrong. These people are in the ground. Something is definitely wrong here. Okay. Okay. I think something happened. And, well, no, so some of these are fine on this side. But this side seems to be all messed up. What is going on here? No. No. Oh, it's beach fix. No, not that. Oh, look at that. Okay. Beach fix is too tall. It's too high up. Beach fix needs to be brought down. But it seems fine over here. Nope. Those are in the ground. Okay, so and there you have it. Okay, so we're all fixed. For some reason, excuse me, beach fix terrain got put higher than it should have. And it's still a little high right through here. But that's okay. Because we can drop that. Island extension. Beach. Wait. Island extension does not need to be there. Right? Because beach fix should be the whole thing. Yes, beach fix is the whole thing. And then, wait, what is island extension? Island extension is that. Beach fix incorporates that. So island extension does not need to be there. Main island is that. Okay. There is the problem. Island extension needs to go away. So there's a couple. Yeah. Oh, okay. So you checked out the video that I linked, that the one person who suggested all the Greek actors. Ben, you don't agree with all the picks. Okay, there were a few that I also sort of didn't agree with, but I also don't know the actors and actresses either. But yes, the choice for Odysseus, I think, was spot on. Spot on. The thing that gets me is like, Christopher Nolan can do or can cast Greek actors. He doesn't have to cast known actors, like known American actors, because people are going to go see a Christopher Nolan movie because it's a Christopher Nolan movie. So, like, he could have cast Greek actors and told everybody to pound sand. So I suspect, well, I suspect a couple things happened, but I suspect he got scared and thought, "Oh, I can't do that," or you know, I mean, it's the same actors and actresses that he's used in a lot of other stuff, so there's always that too. I think that needs to come down a little. Yeah, that was floating. Okay, so that's actually why a lot of the things were floating. Wait, why is the arrow way the hell over there? Okay, I don't know. He likes casting internationally. Yeah, that's probably, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's what it is. I also suspect that, you know, it was probably a bit of the studio as well. I wouldn't be surprised if the studio was like, no, you have to have, you know, people that are recognized. Oh. Come on. There we go. Water. Yeah, I think it was just kind of a shit decision. I also think a lot of, I was kind of hopeful because the trailer like had the feel of the Odyssey, You know, some of the things that were said, I was like, okay, yeah. And then I started learning about some of the casting, some of the more inspired casting, and I don't think I'm as on board as I once was. I won't really get into it, but I think some of the decisions that were made were really stupidly made. Okay, main island. Main island, I think we need to turn the beach fix, mesh collider. Okay, mesh collider is off on the beach fix. Okay, so main island, let's crank this up. Let's start bringing the terrain down. Actually, we don't need it so big. Maybe something like that. There we go. But it's Hollywood. What do you expect? Hollywood probably believes a lot of the dumb hype and some of the other more questionable things about the Iliad and Odyssey. Okay, where are my rocks? Rocks. Well, there's... Okay. Oh, wow, I can actually... I don't want to do that, but I'm going to turn them off. Okay, well, why is it being all glitchy right here? Like, super glitchy, right? Beach fix 2. I have the mesh collider turned off. I don't know why it's getting weird. Terrain, it's not that. Okay, I don't really know. Okay, there we go. Oh, there is a hole right there. That's okay. We'll fix those. How am I doing over here? Okay. So far so good. I'm gonna need to bring those guys down too. Yeah, so far so good. Yeah, movies sell with, you know, better with well-known actors, yeah. But at the same time, again, it's Christopher Nolan. People are going to go see it just because he's the one doing it. So I think that excuse is a little... no, I want pull. Like, I don't know. I'm not really buying it. Okay. This is going to be that weird spot again. I think we're just kind of stuck. Okay. And then same thing with the rocks that I did before. But I'm just going to be real sneaky about this. I'm just going to switch back to late Helladic 1. Yes, save, please. I'm going to grab the rocks that I have over here. I'm just going to copy them and paste them in. Yeah, you don't make a lot of Greek movies anymore? So copy. Go back to Middle Helladic. Paste. Paste. Aw, you won't paste them both? Oh, you will. Okay. But for some reason... What the fuck is going on here? Okay. Let's go back to late Helladic. Yes, save, please. Copy. Paste. Paste. Why is it not? That's really bizarre. They're invisible. Well, okay. Then I'll just do this like I did before. We'll rotate them. Move them in. And we will... Actually, let's rotate them a little more like that. Yeah. And we're going to rotate... Hold on, let's get all this. Wait, why is there a script? I don't understand why there's a script for that. And we are going to rotate... Nope, not that. Not that. Yeah, like that. See, there's the little gap. So now we need to move this. Or rotate it, actually. There we go. There we go. Okay. This one, covering up that little gap. Oh, this gap can actually still be seen. Whoop, whoop, whoop. How did I do it last time? Alright, well, maybe what I'll do is just this. Scooch that over there. And rotate it around. Like that. Maybe even like that. There we go. It looks different enough. You guys, I'm gonna shift you over just a tiny bit. There we go. Okay. There we are. Good enough. Okay. So far so good. All right, let's fix the boats. What is going on here? What the fuck is... Alright, so for some reason, when I try to click this, okay, whole boat, okay, now that's fine. It just didn't like the angle I was going at, I guess. So we're going to shift those back there. Okay. Oh, we're going to shift it up so I can grab this one. Okay. So this one is the one that is going to be over here. We're going to rotate it a bit. There we go. It's going to be mostly buried. like somebody hasn't used it in a long time. This one, we're going to rotate just a tiny bit, and we're going to drop it down. About like that. A little bit of dirt in the bottom. Okay, we're going to drop this one down, rotate it. By the way, if you don't know, this is actually a reconstruction of the boat that they did find on the island. Or the remnants of it. Which is pretty exciting because we don't have a lot of boats from that time period. So it's very exciting that they were able to find something. Okay, this one, rotate. Rotate again. Good enough. Good enough. Okay, so you got a couple boats on the beach. On the other side. Yeah. Yeah, no. Yeah, it is not a random model. It is actually from the island. They didn't get much, but they got enough. Actually, as a matter of fact, I'll show you where they found it, because I have it in here. So this boat right here, that's actually where they found it. Was right there on the island. What was left was basically just an imprint and some darker soil, so that showed that it was, you know, organic. And a couple other little things that really sort of gave away that it was a boat. And so the guy who did the photogrammetry model of the island that I'm using also built this boat off of that. So really cool stuff. And it was kind of, what's really cool is he presented on it, on this boat model that he built, and within a couple days after his presentation on it, it was in the simulation. Like, that's how fast things can get in. In fact, I think I had his model before he presented, but I didn't do anything with it until he obviously presented. And then told me, and so like it could have been in like even sooner. But yeah, that's the nice thing about doing this digitally, is that you can have stuff come in like super fast. Right there. There we go. Okay, both boats good to go. These boats need to come down to the shore. No point being up in the grass. Okay, we're going to turn them. Just a tiny bit. About like that. About like that. Okay, there we go. Now for you, same thing. Let's get you down to the shore. You got some fishing to do. All right, fine. We'll just bring it about like that. There we go. Perfect. All right. Boats are on the shore. All right. Let's start putting some paths in. We're gonna do, so a lot of the paths are already done, but I'm pretty sure I'm missing all of them that are pretty much out here on the fix. But let's go through them real quick. Let's turn the gizmos back on. Racetrack 1. Alright, Racetrack 1 is good with a few exceptions. So it's good there, good all through there. Obviously, when we get into this portion, it's not good. And then there's this little section here where they cut across. That's fine. I'm not going to worry too much about that. But right here, we definitely need to get, whoops, Racetrack 1 set. So let's go ahead and start painting. Ugh. Turn the gizmos off. Okay. We're going to do 0.5. We're basically just going to draw a straight line from here to the well. Did I say straight line? I meant meandering line. Good God. All right, there we go. No, that's fine. That's fine. There we are. Let's go ahead and clean up the sides just a little bit here. Okay, I can't. Yeah. Because of the polygons. Okay, well, let's do this one here. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now it's made it up. All right. Let's go to Racetrack 1 again. Turn the gizmos back on. All right, so it needs to come out this way. Ugh. Okay. So it needs to be wrong. Okay, like that. How's that look? Good enough. How does that look? Also good enough. We do want to have a bit of this, so it looks like people have been coming up to the pens. We also want some dirt in the pens. Why can't I paint? Oh, because I turned... Oh God, what did I do? Let me show you what I did. So people can't walk into the pens. I actually turned on... Oh no. I actually put a collider in there. And that is what's going to mess up everything with painting. And I don't know where those colliders are. Invisible walls? Hey! What do you know? There we go. Now I should be able to paint. Yes. There we are. Okay. All right. Next. Is racetrack 1 done? Let's see. Yes, racetrack 1 is done. What about racetrack 2? Racetrack 2... Oh. Racetrack 2 needs to be fixed right here. Otherwise, they're going to keep running into that wall. Whoa, what's going on now? Oh, if it's away from the water, it might have been stored away flipped. Yep. Yeah. Or pushed inland by flooding around the same time the place was abandoned. No, the boat is actually, I think the later part of the middle attic. I don't remember. So people are still living there. Isn't it strange it's just us? Where are all the viewers? Well, this is a surprise stream, so I'm not too worried about it. Okay, so racetrack 2, you'll see it cuts through this yard, and it should not. So, I need to find the points along racetrack 2 that correlate with that spot. Why am I not seeing any of those? Oh, that's why. Oh, here we go. Okay. Well, first and foremost, this one needs to be moved out to there. So then the next one should be, yep, right there. That needs to be moved out to here. That needs to be moved out to here. That can be moved to here. Okay, so that should be good. Now let's see. Racetrack 2. Perfect. That goes that way. Now we need to find racetrack 2 reversed, which should have the same numbers. Well, guess that made me a liar. Okay, so there we go. Do that. Racetrack 2 reverse needs to be just on the inside of all of that. About like that. Oh my god. How many of these do I got? Okay. So, racetrack 2. Ah, there we go. Okay. Okay. So that should be good. They get dangerously close to the edge of this, but I think that should be alright. Yeah, that's... And besides, it's a surprise stream. I wouldn't worry too much about viewership. I never worry about viewership. I think I will leave this portion undone. I think I'll just leave it. No path there. Alright, so racetrack 3. Ah, racetrack 3, we have another issue. This. Okay. And I don't want them to run into racetrack 2, so we're going to have them sort of do a little juke move here. Or I can have them come this way and then down. Maybe we do that instead. Okay, so racetrack 3. Let's find... Find those spots. Oh. Okay. Okay. So why don't we do something like this? We do something like this. something like this. Something like that. Something like that. That. Oh my god. How many of these are over here? There we go. Okay. So let's look at racetrack 3. Okay, so this one needs to be moved down just a little bit. Just a little bit. Which one was that one? That one. About like that. Ah, there we go. Perfect. Alright, so let's give them a new path. So they... we need this. Okay, so they come through here. Wait, I have gizmos on, but for some reason it's not showing the polygons. Well, that's lovely. And then they come through here. And then they come down this. Oh my god, why are these all messed up? Okay. Whatever. That's annoying. Okay. So we just need to come up this way. Okay, there we go. Now, nope, racetrack 3 NPCs. Okay, so now we need to cut across here. So we need to start right here. And basically just come straight off that way. Straight being a relative term. Racetrack 3, there we go. Okay, so we need to come like this. Okay. And then we need to come down like this. Okay. So far, so good. Whoops. Racetrack 3 NPCs. Okay. So now we need to come this way. And I think we need to come this way. Good enough. Okay. Okay, so racetrack 3 on the main island is almost good. There we go. Okay. Racetrack 3 on the main island is good. What about racetrack? Well, racetrack 4 is on this. Oh, there it is. Okay. Racetrack 4 on the main island looks like we need to add just a little chunk right here. Okay. Racetrack 5 on the main island. Looks good. Racetrack 6. We need to add the chunk between these two buildings. Actually, are they going to hit that? No, I don't think they're going to hit that. Okay, we do need some right here. Okay. Yep, we need this. Why? See, why does it do weird stuff like that? Like sometimes it'll do stuff like that, and sometimes it won't. Okay, so we need to come this way. And racetrack 6, and then we need to come this way. And then we need this one. Okay. Racetrack 6 main island, good. Well, Racetrack 6 is only on the main island. Racetrack 7. Oh. Is the kids. Don't need to worry about it. Okay. So let's go back to Racetrack 1, and now we need to do the... Okay. I don't know why the gizmos decide they want to work sometimes this way and then sometimes they don't. Racetrack 1 off the main island, good. Racetrack 2 off the main island. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just going to leave that. I'm not going to worry about it. 3, we literally just need just this little chunk right here. So we just come along here. And let me go ahead and just make sure that we have... There we go. Mates up. Okay. Was that Racetrack 3? Yeah, Racetrack 3 off the main island. Go oh! I forgot about this chunk here. Okay, so no, this one we need to do. All right. Stop it. Stop. What are you doing? Which was this? This was Racetrack 3? Okay. Oh, and I'm gonna need to bring some of these buildings down too. Okay. Also, I might be playing a game that's sort of outside of what you are used to seeing, because it's someone here that's local that created it. We'll see. We'll see. I'd like to be able to support him in his endeavors, and so if that's the case, I might just play it. But it has nothing to do with the channel. Like no archaeology at all. But I might just do it again because I want to be able to support people who make stuff. Track 3. Okay, now we come this way. And then... Oops. Yep. Let me come this way. Oh, and you know what? I think I missed... Ah, that's fine. I'm just gonna go this. And then we'll... Will you stop with the... Every time. Okay, now this one, it's just gonna have to be a really wide path right here because of the split. Okay, racetrack 3. Yes, and we will go through and thin it down a bit. Racetrack 4. Okay, so this one we're going to have to do some changing around. Okay. Oh, I think it's this line right here. Racetrack 4. Yeah, sorta. Can I just bring this down just to... Oh, nope, 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 nope. Racetrack 4. There we go. It's a little bit closer to the ground now. Okay. I think it's this right here, right? Watch, I completely screwed it up. Yep. Did it again. Okay, that's fine. It comes out this way, comes down, and then comes this way. Right? Racetrack 4. Yeah. Okay. Let's get this all cleaned up. We don't need that. Okay. Racetrack 4. Let's check Racetrack 4. No. Racetrack 4 NPCs. There we go. Yes. Close enough. Okay. Racetrack 5. Off the beaten path. Yeah, this one. Okay, so this one. Okay. Here we go. I guess I could have just used the knife tool in Blender to do this, but oh well. There's track 5. Let me select that. And of course, after this, we're gonna start trimming them down a bit. Okay, so we follow this pretty much all the way down. And then what? Okay, we come off this way, and then we come off this way. Okay. How we looking? Good. Okay. Racetrack 6. Not off the island. All right. All right. Perfect. So let's go ahead and start. Let's turn the gizmos off, and let's start thinning these down. Now this one we can thin down by a lot because it's only the one guy walking it. So he can like, his path can be almost like non-existent. Or I guess non-existent, just in general. Okay, let's just do this so we can, there we go. Thin these down as well. This one will stay nice and thick because this is people walking to the coast. I need this chunk here. Yeah, I need, let's bring this down like this. I need to mate these two pieces here. For fuck's, why is it so wide? Driving me crazy. Okay, now this one, I need to thin it down just a bit. There we go. This one, just a bit. So these are still semi-thick because, yeah, people, well, yeah, people are going to be walking to the shore. Okay, okay, there we go. Now, I also want to... Why can't I paint here? Again, yet again, we're having issues. Let's turn off the beach fix. Okay, there we go. Okay, now let's turn on the beach fix. Ah, the beach is the issue. Okay. So we want to turn off main island. Okay, there we go. There we go. So we do something like that. Now we turn on the main island and see where we need to blend. Really just up top here is really what we're looking at. Let's turn this down. Yeah, about like that. Let's turn off the main island again. Yeah, just something like that. There we go. And let's turn the main island back on. Okay. Turn the beach off. Yes. Let's paint. And let's get like this chunk right here. Okay, what happens when I do that and I turn the beach back on? How does it look from the ground level? That's really where it's important. Terrible. Okay, so what if we did this instead? What if we just push this down? And I think we need to pull just this little bit up right here. There we go. And then what I think we should do is go back to paint. We'll paint this all grass again. Okay, so there's, I mean, there is a pretty sharp change. But I think right here, we should make, yeah, right there. So it's a sharp change, but then it's a little less sharp right there. I think that's probably fine. I think that's about as good as we're going to get it for right there. Okay, so we're good. Best Mario Kart game. Yeah, no, it'll be Kill It With Fire is the game that it will be, because that guy is local, and he's been very helpful with me with helping out. I've picked his brain on a few things, and I think it's only fair that I you know, give him a shout out and play his game. We need paths here. You need to have a little bit of, there we go, a little bit of dirt. Let's just go around and there we go, about like that. You need to be able to access your garden. So there's that. Okay, that's already done. This, let's go a little bit smaller. There we go. You need to be able to access your garden. Okay. Same with you. So we want your path to come all the way up here and around. You got 2 gardens. Look at you. Fancy. Okay, yep, get you in here. Oh. Same with you. We need you to have access to your pen here. And once in the pen, you all need to have... There we go. Well, that's a little too much. That's a little too much there. There we go. Okay. Okay, so far so good. We need you to have a very strong trail coming to your place, because you are a very large home. Some of the largest homes here are these guys. So we're going to beef up your trail a little bit more. There we go. Also, we're going to do a little bit of this, like people have been gathering around. Same with you. Bring your trail this way, and same with you. Yeah, there we go. How are we feeling about this? I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Your trail needs to be beefed up, because you are the next largest house. There we go. And I feel like you should have a trail that kind of goes off this way. A little path. A little walking path. Okay. Same thing here. Needs to go there. You also need to be able to access your pen. These are just little things that I think add a bit of life to this this world that you look at and you're like, oh yeah, that makes sense. So you don't even have a path going up to your door, let alone, there you go, that. And same for you. I think we're gonna have the path come this way, and like that. Oh, you don't have a path coming to your door. There we go. I think oh, what do we got here? Yep. So this is the what's called the bootstrap house. This is actually the house that you start off in this simulation. So you don't, before you would just be sort of plopped down like right here, looking that way. But this time, because there's multiple time frames, we thought, well, it's too jarring to just like transition over to that time period. So we need something else. And so I decided to build a bootstrap house. Oh. Where is your gate? Oh, your gate's right there. So wait, is your pen just messed up? Wait a second. I bet your pen is just messed up because I had to move the house. Yeah. Okay. Actually, let's turn you some more. Bring you up. There we go. The gate is going to be about like that. We're going to rotate you a little. About like that. And we are actually going to make you wider. There we go. And this portion, we're actually going to rotate you out more. Because I feel like this one, yeah, it goes all the way into the house. Yep, look at that. Actually, this one is like really stretched for some reason. So we're gonna do like that, and then we're gonna take this one and go like that. Yeah, like that. Okay. Same here. Yeah, see, as I sort of like crawl through this area, I start seeing things like that. And I go, what? What happened here? Okay, so far so good. This house actually needs to be just scooched about like that. Okay. So anyways, yeah, so this is the bootstrap house. And it's called bootstrap house because that's where you start off in the simulation. You don't actually start off outside. You start in the house. Now, right now, there's nothing in the house. It's just empty. There is this weird little fire circle, which I should probably get rid of. There we go. Yeah, and so anyways, you start off in the house in a different scene, and when you walk up to the door, you're given the options. In fact, let's go ahead and save all this. Let's go ahead and bake all of these paths and everything. Yep, go ahead. Yep. Save again. Let's check out the bootstrap house. Excellent. Okay. And actually, we're right at 3 hours. So let me just quickly show you where is bootstrap house? Oh, there you are. Okay. So you're in this void, right? and it doesn't look like much. You can see the textures are all messed up on the outside, but the outside isn't what's important. The inside is. So everything in here is very nicely textured. I even have pottery, which I need to change up the coloring just a little bit because it looks really weird. But you start off here in this section facing this way, and then you walk this way, you turn this way. I'm gonna have some people in here and like a little bedroll or something in the corner. And when you walk up to the door, there is a menu that pops up. And when the menu pops up, it asks if you want to go to the Middle Helladic version of the island or the Late Helladic version of the island. And whichever one you click, you end up, like if you clicked Late Helladic, you would go into the Late Helladic, but you wouldn't be in the house. You actually spawn in, if this thing will ever get to it here. You can't see that, there we go. It will spawn you in right, oh my god, where are we at? Oh, we're way the hell over. It spawns you in right there, right outside the door, facing out. So here, so this is where you would have clicked the button, and that would spawn you right here, right outside. So now that you're right outside, you can turn and look and be like, oh yeah. And it does that for the Middle Helladic too. So it's a little more, I don't know, it's just a little more immersive, I guess. So anyways, I think that's going to be it for today. I'm going to eat some lunch, and I'm going to do a little bit more work, but I think I'm going to take a break from this. And so instead of having you sit there and stare at the be right back screen, I think we will just go ahead and call it for today. So thank you for joining me. I really do appreciate it. I mean, you know, you don't have to be here, so it's kind of nice. So yeah, so thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time.